Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, there we go.
So for everyone, we will be recording this session. So obviously, and then we will be uploading this session into our YouTube channel, and potentially some extract might be used for further promotion. And I'm not so sure then if Congregation has any plan for it, but basically it's going to be on a public domain. So just for you to let you know that you agree in case for your voice and eventually your image to be recorded and used. Obviously, there is no intention to use this for any commercial purpose. This is just a little bit of a disclaimer before we start. So whenever Marie and Tamzin, are you ready to start? We can open this session.
Yeah. Shall we go?
Yes, let's go.
So hi everybody, welcome to this Fashion Open Studio session that we're running as part of London Fashion Week, and supported by the Mayor of London. Thank you, Mayor of London. So I just really wanted to start by giving a bit of background as to why Fashion Open Studio and Congregation Design are so kind of aligned in what we do. Really want to welcome the members of Congregation here today, as well as everybody else joining. So as a collective, Congregation Design is a group of creatives, many of whom have day jobs that take them into the conventional world of mainstream fashion. And the work that they do with Congregation Design is kind of out of the day job, and it's a kind of creative release away from some of the restraints, I guess, that they have. So it's about offering freedom from the usual rules and systems that often we find in the fashion industry. It's about experimentation. It's about innovation, and above all, problem solving and collaboration. So I know a few of the collective here. I don't know many of them as well, or haven't actually, had a personal introduction. But I see that this is a creative space where many of the frustrations with the current industry can be vented. I like the organized chaos of one designer or maker or stylist handing a piece of work to another member to work on. I like the way that it's about allowing imperfection, and it's about being curious about imperfection and being able to ask questions that might not yet have an answer. Congregation approaches upcycling in a really fearless way, because it's not about selling products. It's about finding different ways of working. Sorry, I was muted.
We need to ask everyone to mute themselves, if that's possible, at this stage. Thank you.
Thank you. Sorry. So so Congregation have a really fearless way of working, and it's about finding different ways of making clothing and talking about clothing. The event that we worked on last April with Congregation with Somerset House for Fashion Revolution Week was called Sculpture by Chance. And it was with one of the members, Masha Mombelli, who created fashion sculptures with clothes selected on the roll of a virtual dice. And it was about playing with clothes that we already have and putting them together in unexpected combinations that gave them a new life. It was about fashion as a creative experience rather than a transaction. And ultimately, that is something Fashion Open Studio is all about. Out of this playful, experimental approach, we get unexpected results that reflect the different views, needs, and cultural backgrounds of the collective. And I'm excited to see the multidisciplinary platform that you've created today, and to see a digital iteration of the physical collections that invites everyone to take part. I feel as though Fashion Open Studio has become a member of this collective, and I love how we can help amplify accessible events that break down barriers and make fashion inclusive to all. So thank you to the whole team who've worked on this project, including, I think, animators, graphic designers, Marie, I'm going to hand over to you to tell us how many of you have worked on this and to give us more information about this interesting experimental platform that you've put together.
Thanks so much. Thank you, Tamsin. This is, to me, a really exciting intro because so many words were like, yes, yes, yes. And more people understand what we're trying to do through the collective, through the action of the collective. I mean, really, that's what keeps us motivated. I think it's important, as you said, that there is other value, that's money behind what we do. And this is what is our reward. For people to understand and, you know, having your presence, you all today, I think this is really, really like rewarding and, you know, source of motivation for the coming adventure. So I can see already today, I mean, there is few camera on, many names that I've, you know, heard of or people I know. And as well member of the collective. So actually I wanted to ask to the one with the camera who are part of the congregation to give a little sign so we can, you know, see them at the same time. Yeah, Ella, don't be shy. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So that's, yeah. Olympia is coming from Greece. Love. Oh, my guys, it's so good to see you. This is really amazing. So, and I mean, the joy don't stop here. Having, you know, this little group around, we really want to expand and share a bit of that joy with you guys, with, you know, a broader audience. So what we're going to do today, I'm going to talk a little bit about congregation to, again, explain a little bit about what we do and, you know, remain the main line of our activity and actions. And then I will launch for you our new digital platform. That's Ella here. I've been working crazy on. So as you said, Tamsin, this is a collective work. This digital is really like the physical outcome of many digital collaboration and what we do so well since COVID, communicating without seeing each other. And so it's featuring, I mean, the starting point is the third collection that we did, and I'm gonna talk about it a bit later. But just to say, for this collection, we've been 23 designers working on it. And for the first time, we had as well, on the top of garments, we had shoes and accessories and jewelry. And then for this platform that you kindly asked us, I mean, give us the opportunity to do, we've been 10 people working crazy for the past last year. So this is to give a bit of background. So I'm gonna switch now to the presentation. And so you've got a bit of visual through that. I'm gonna share my screen. Yeah, okay. Et voilà. So as a starting point, I really wanted to thank Fashion Open Studio, Fashion Revolution, Maya of London, and 50M London for their contribution into that project, because that's been a really like a fun thing to do, and we're really happy to deliver. To start saying about congregation, it started from a manifesto that Shirley is always at the background of what we do. However, because we really like work in context, and so like the surrounding, what's happening in our life is really influential to our work, to congregation work. So I would say that at the moment, congregation is it's something fluid, but at the moment is like an anonymous art and design collective which experiment and play outside of regular roles to challenge fashion convention and deliver collections that are about creative freedom and new processes. this is, as said, this is at the moment. I think what's really Congregation is an innovative and forward-thinking laboratory, because saying that, there is no box we can fit in, because this is so broad. And I think this is all about our action. Again, we've got two main points for us is important, is really the social responsibility and the environmental responsibility. So that's the key two elements that always be there. Part of that, everything's possible, and there is nothing that can stop us from adapting and, you know, being fluid and responsive to the world we live in. So saying about that, the environmental responsibility come at every stage, as you said, Tamsin, from the making process, because we're not looking at what we sell to direct what we want to make, what we want to design. The design is really a space of freedom. And so in that, we don't do stock, people do one piece at the beginning, and if they want to, they do more, and they do a little production, but it's always a limited quantity. As well is made in our surrounding, which is it's 9 cities. For the third collection is 9 cities over the world, but they're like all surrounding us. They're as well all made by hand, and all people that got the consent and who make it for joy. That's really important. We always say as soon as it becomes like something pressuring to work with Congregation or do something, just stop. This is stopping being enjoyable, is stop being in the align with what we should do at Congregation. So that's the, I mean, actually that's more the social part, because in terms of environmental, so it's like a closed location, is produced in small quantity with quality material. As I said, people are happy to do it, even if there is no money. There is like stuff to put on their CV, to show to interviews, or just like well-being, like, you know, balanced activity for weekends and nights. I think that's pretty much many of us are in that case. However, I mean, when I don't know if I forget about any some other element of the responsibility, the environmental responsibility, is about like a small quantity, but as well it come along recently with the upcycling. So that was something that at the beginning, I mean, always it's been at the background, because some designers are really in that direction, but it's open to everybody. Some other designer did other contribution. We weren't about upcycling. So that's in general. The profile of our designer now, oh, I understand that. The profile of the designer, again, the designer is really at core of the team and is about well-being, so no pressure to make. Often our designers are either like coming from the educational background, so they're teachers and they need to practice, they need to have their hands on, or they're working in really big companies. We've got a few who are in Paris working like crazy for big companies, and they're like, I need something else. Some others got their brands and they just do like off piece for us, like being like, oh, this is too crazy to go in my collection. You can have that. And I'm like, yes. So everybody welcome. There is as well some students, some people who haven't graduated yet, but there is as well some really amazingly experiment members. I can see Ted. Where are you, Ted? In the audience. Which is, I think, our senior member, really. Ted used to teach me when I was at my BA, actually. So, and, you know, it's just really organic family. That's now we're like 55 of us. So this is about the profile of the designer. And then there is something really important as well, the anonymity. And that's something I think, because we here as well to call people out and, you know, to invite people to join. So I think the anonymity is really important to understand, because it's not about taking your creativity away. And I'm really aware for some people you won't work because of that anonymity. So to explain about that, the aim behind is to put the design at the center of the attention and not the name. So it's a bit anti-ego, but as well, it makes able for the people who are working in those big companies in Paris, who've got tight contract where they can't do any other design, to join. So I think that's really, really kind of security for them. For other designers, it's been like a stepping stone. Before they did their own brand, they did one contribution, try out, and it worked. So they went to do their own company, and that's really happy. Something will make us really happy. So about the anonymity as well, it's not something really strict. As I'm talking to you today, you can see my face. I've introduced some of the members. I think the anonymity is like on social media mainly. And just to make sure that people don't consume who we are, don't consume passively about congregation, be like, okay, I check, understand everything, what's next? I think with congregation, there is always something to discover, and that's to keep people, you know, exciting and really like wanted to know more. So hopefully that's something that will keep going. About the number, it's like a strange code, which is important, I think, for even if it's anonymous at the first glance. If you look behind, there is code on every garment. So on the shop, this is a picture on the shop, so you see the label, and each garment is labeled with this code. So you can see the signification of that. And now we would be like collection 3. The designer numbers would be always the same. So as well, if in collection number 1, you fell in love with number 3 designer, then you know that you're always attracted by someone. And that's, I think, an important perception to get at the time we just like, oh, I'm mad about this label. And at some point you sometimes forget why you like the design, but it's more the label. So it's all that questioning that this kind of specificity brings, really. To come back to the collection 3, I'm really excited. So the visual here on the left are made by Olympia, which is here today, from Greece. So Olympia had 2 days of cut of internet because of the snow in Greece. That's not something usual, but she managed to get everything done for us today. So that's pretty impressive. So to say about the collection, as I said before, is 23 designers out of the 55 from 9 cities in the world. And for once, instead of being just give us what you want, attaching to a picture, this time it was 1 picture and 1 condition, which was make something upcycling. So that was the challenging for everybody. And it was good to see that people that never tried out before really enjoyed the process. And so from that, today we're going to launch. So we did launch actually the lookbook last September, but as we do everything differently, you know how it is. Usually for a fashion brand, is like on the day you're ready, you release like your collection, your lookbook, your everything, your life, basically. And 6 months later, you have to do it again, which is draining for people, for human. So what we do, we've dropped the collection out in September, and we had this amazing opportunity coming along, as usually we do like a physical presentation that we did exhibition, we did experience-led reunion, but this time Tamsin and the team from Open Fashion Studio invited us. Hi, Masha. Masha is as well member. Thanks for so from that, few of the pieces will be launched on the 50M shop. And as well, so that they will be launched from the sorry, I'm disturbed. So launched from the shop in 50M, and as well bringing me the opportunity to present to you the platform. So the digital platform is really a multidisciplinary platform. So the thing about Congregation is not about just designer. That's, I would say, the core team, because it started by that, but so many people involved. And that's something that's often people forget about fashion. It's such a broad medium, such a broad community. So we were really happy to have the opportunity to put in the light those people and make them in one place, in one moment, even if it's digital. I think that was a great chance. So Ella, which is media assistant as well, hello Ella, did work crazy on that with Poplin until this morning. And I'm gonna go through the platform with you. And actually what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put the link. If you have, if you want to have your own experience, I think that's really important. So I'm gonna try to find the chat while we talking. I may have to stop sharing my screen. Or Ella, do you want to put the link? Okay, teamwork, love. Thank you. So this is it. This is our link. So this is the website. What I'm gonna start with is the video. So the video have been done in the contribution of 2 people, and one of them is as well in the team, Balkis. She did a bag and some jewelry for the collection, but actually she's multi-talented and has many fashion designer. And she as well did the music of the video. So let's go to the video together while you're gonna get the link. Sorry, I lost my mouse. It happened earlier. Sorry.
Mary, we have the link, so I think everybody can access it.
Yeah, I wanted to show you. See, it's like I don't know, I can't see my mouse, so I don't know where I am on my screen. Sorry, I can't even. Oh yeah, it's back. Apologize. Live. So yeah, let's go for the video together. So that's for the, did you hear? I mean, was the sound on?
Yeah, we can hear.
Perfect. So you got the full experience. So on that part of the website, you've got some making of and some short videos. So this is the main one. And carry on into the exploration. We've got on the left, these images seem as a globus for many good reasons. By Tudor. So Tudor is a graduate, and actually Tudor has been recorded some thought about his experience of working with us. He really did join just for this platform event, but now it's part of the congregation, and I hope we're going to do like many more things together. So I'm going to share actually his little video, because today Tudor was like on shoot, as he's a stylist, former stylist. He had a shoot on today, Saturday, and he sent me a little video to share about his experience. So let me enlarge that and play.
About what I do and about how the whole... Bonjour, I'm just popping up for like 10 seconds to talk a little bit about myself and about what I do and about how the whole experience of me being involved in this project was. So I am Tudor, and I am 22, and I come from this small region from Romania that's called Transylvania, which you may have heard of. I do fashion communication styling at Middlesex. I'm in my 3rd year, and I mainly focus on styling, which is what I've loved since forever. Now I'm just gonna jump right into how the whole experience of me being involved in this project was. I basically was given total freedom to do anything I want with the collection, which was very flattering for me in the first place. So everything went super smoothly. I loved the collection, and I just loved being able to work with the whole congregation team, because I have been for quite a while now very interested in sustainability and saving the whales, #save the whales, and all that. So being able to work with a brand that literally focuses on that and is doing their best was just an honor, and I'm just very happy to have been a part of it. That's, I think, all. Bisous.
So that was Tudor, and to me it was really important to show you, because he's an amazing creative, and regardless of his like doing, you know, his BA or where you are at in your life, or if it's you're retired, you're not in fashion, but you would love to be in that creative field. Like there is no typical profile to apply to congregation and to join. So this being said, we're gonna carry on our exploration back to the main page. I'm gonna bring you actually the next one. We're gonna go down to here, the Clink one, yeah, which is our beautiful work coming from Greece. So this is Olympia that did our lookbook. So as I said, our lookbook been shot in September. So we wanted to refresh it a little bit, just to give like a new experience to the audience, and as well to use the super skill we've got in the team. So that's what she's been doing. So the picture may sound familiar, I mean, look familiar, but all the setup is new. So from that collection, this is the collection that's made, because we need to speak about a little bit about fashion, isn't it? So that's garment-wise, that's been what we've been doing. So it's all upcycled or made out of dead stock. So you've got the key rings, vintage key rings. Here you've got lemon bags, knitted, orange bags, a parachute. We've just been really resourceful. Some of natural dye with plants, mixture. My friend Laetitia from Paris, she went, we graduated together from the RCA 4 years ago, 5 maybe. And she went back to her box and be like, oh, I've got many fabric to use from that. Yeah, let's. So it was really amazing to get everybody to join around this theme, because everybody's been really resourceful. This is from Jody that we talked to earlier in the audience. She had an amazing Adidas jacket and just decided to do what she's really good at and what she excels in, some embroidery. And so the idea behind would be like, in a shop, you could come with your jackets and just order your embroidery. And so a basic jacket that you love can become something really precious. This is from Masha that we talked to earlier. Masha is a stylist, and she kind of improvised herself as a designer. And so she all hands sewing the full garment, this top dress, which is really amazing, made out of memories, archive. She called it Archive from the Future, so that's inviting. We had Clémence from Nantes in France. Her mother got a, how do you say, a shop where you've got the buttons and zips and everything. And she went into the dead stock, old thing from the 80s, and she had all those zips, and she just made tops. It's amazing. The skirt here, it's made out of one of the designer uniform, school uniform. She transformed it into a really desirable skirt. There is the hats as well, and I'm gonna forget some, so I should probably stop. But yeah, we've got a lot of hats made out of, you know, ends of basically the leftover from the collection has been remade into the hats, so that's quite unusual. There is some jewelry just gathered onto the beach in France. We've got some stuff from Germany as well. I mean, happy European people, really. So that's for the lookbook. The next experience from the platform, going through this beautiful illustration by one of the team members, that's Charlotte, who make the hats. So as I said earlier, that fashion designer usually are multi-skilled. I think so. It is. So Charlotte is making this amazing hat, but she's as well an amazing illustrator. Then, coming to that, I'm going to get the audience maybe a little bit active. So I don't know if you have the link still. If you go to the styling carousel, I'm going to go with you, but if you click on your screen, then you're going to get this page, which I'd like to invite you to have a try on. This is the carousel. So what we've been experimenting through that, it's like bringing all the design together. Doesn't matter which editorial it was and which garment. It's just a good way, I think, to play a little bit around and to become a stylist really for the collection. So what I'd love to do, I mean, if you got time or if you fancy it, is just to take like a screenshot and then to post it and tag us, or to send it to me, and I'll send it to Congregation, and we'll put it on the Instagram. So you as a stylist, yeah. So hope you'll have fun, because that's what we wanted, and that's, I think Tamsin really, like when we give this idea, Tamsin was really yes, let's do it. It was a bit of struggle because of the technicality, but Tamsin was like, yes, this is amazing. Do it. And we did. I think it's really nice. We really have been like pushing everybody and I mean, everything forward, like really a good emulating each other by ideas and realizations. So Tamsin, I hope you're going to try now to do your perfect outfits. So this is for that. So I leave you the opportunity to try it around, carrying on the exploration. I changed my.
It's amazing. Sorry, I was just playing with it. I got stuck.
Really?
Stuck in the carousel.
Yes, please.
How many permutations are there in the carousel?
I don't know.
You can just keep on.
Yeah, it's 3 times, puissance. So yeah, it's many opportunities. Actually, I'll count when people give me their contribution, and so we can see how many are possible. So to carry on, and because I know that some of you are here to hear more about the contribution and join the team. So we're gonna get to that in a second. The last destination after the penguin to follow us, love, So this is our Instagram. So if you don't follow us yet, please feel free to join to get update on what we do. And the gift store is actually like an access to 50M, who super kindly updated our the newcomers overnight. So they've been magic and really supportive always. So 50M, I don't know if you know about them. They're really like unconventional concept store who is based on helping a new designer and an established designer to develop their brand and their visibility. And so this is what we've been working on for this production, and more is coming from the coming weeks. So watch this space, it will be more. Yeah, so this is just version, because we work with upcycled garments, they're all one of a kind, so there is nothing in series. So yeah, watch the space. As well, there is something that I would like to add. I don't know if you see my camera, can you?
Yeah.
Yeah, because even if it's really small, I just wanted to soon, I received by the post, the postman came just before, and so that's coming next. The congregation t-shirt, which is, this one is the painting by number. So again, it's like a participative piece that you can draw into your design. And this one, which is our logo, is a dot-to-dot exercise. So actually you could create your t-shirt by joining the numbers. So hopefully they soon be up here as well. Coming back to our platform and down, thanks again to all our supportive partners that send me back to the beginning. And if we go up, I don't know, I'm sure some of you already saw, but there is a button in a little letterbox. And in that letterbox is the submission button. So if you click on that, on the submission button, ta-da, you're back onto our regular, that's gonna look boring now after we did see the platform, but this is our usual website. And so it brings you straight to that application form if you go down on the page. So you can go back into the platform through this way. However, what we want to see is how to join. So to join the team, if you feel that you would be excited, motivated by joining under that subject of the third collection. So it's all about inspired by the third collection and the upcycling exercise. Then we would like to invite you to just fill the form and send it over. So I can maybe go through the form quickly. So under congregation design cover, one fashion and or textile designer will be selected to become a member of the collective and release an upcycling piece from 50M this summer. While 3 other creative will be picked up to create a launch campaign. So that's going to be a little team that we're going to pick from the audience. And we will need someone that is happy to join and share his design. That would be like produced by him or by the team to be discussed and sell into 50M. So again, it's anonymous, but that may be the opportunity for you to get, use and to meet your audience, see what it is, and or just for the fun or for the CV or for meeting people. Everybody got his reason, isn't it? But we're happy to welcome any candidate, really, any candidator. So how does it work? Just complete this form and submit. As easy than that. The submission deadline is quite important because it may be a design that you've been doing like on your retirement leave and you did it for years and you're happy to submit now. but it may be something that doesn't exist yet and you're willing to do something. So we're leaving you a little bit of time. And so the deadline is the 31st of March this year, not the next. And we're really pleased as well to announce that the shortlisted, the little team, and when it's a number on the top, it can be more, it can be less, let's see, depending on you. And we're going to choose with 50M. And so the shortlisted will be announced during the Fashion Revolution Week in April. You know that every year in April, we all join back together. So for that, we will use this opportunity to communicate about that and follow up with what's being up and what's been submitted. So name, email, location, if you want, because it's always, I mean, it's open to worldwide candidates. So join, please. What is your skill? There is other, because we couldn't list them all. We all interested by every skills as a team, really. So we need everybody. The proposal, it would be just to send, if you got a design or a textile design or fashion design, it would be to send a little proposal, 2 pages. Or if it's about, that's quite important for the creative, we do like styling, photography, or graphic design, performance. For those, it would be more what they would see, what they would imagine around the digital platform and the third collection. Voila, and the motivation, just, I mean, don't need the, I think this is about being authentic and spontaneous. So it can be like 1 line, super motivated, or more, it's really up to you. So this is for the submission. Yes, and I think the next, really the next drop is about you guys. If the audience all today, if you got a question, because there is probably ton of things that I've missed. So happy to receive questions now, either on the chat box or live. Yeah. Thanks for listening.
Can people unmute themselves? Maria, is that, oh, Filippo, if you're still there. Great.
So anybody got a question?
Hi, Marie. Thanks so much for your time today. I was wondering actually if the application process that you just showed us, would that be the same for people who want to write for you?
Yes, it would be, definitely. That's, I mean, I think that would just fall in the second category. Mm-hmm. So it would be like just to a blurb maybe about why you would like to write, and but it can be really casual. I mean, yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks. I mean, that's really exciting. We open like songs, poem, write article, anything.
Perfect.
Okay, there is a question here that says, does the proposal have to be posted on a website?
Oh yeah, I just went through quickly, but actually I put a website link, so it could be on a drive, or otherwise if you haven't got a drive, it can be on a WeTransfer. But it's just for easy for us for logistic to have it on a digital place. But if you want to send it by post, was that a question as well? I mean, we can imagine anything. We're really flexible. I think another thing that there is on the website, on the formal website, our address email, which is info@congregation.com. And I mean, I prefer the question coming today, but if there is something missing, you can always email us.
Hi, can I ask something?
Yes, of course.
Yeah, can we apply in 2 different ways? Like, can I apply as a fashion designer and as a video editor, let's say, something like this? Like,
yeah, of course.
Okay.
I think that's part actually of the designer who've got this kind of global vision, and it's really important. We all a bit of that actually in the team, or many. And so we really encourage this kind of hybrid contribution. Yes, so
Thank
much.
you.
Thanks.
There's a nice comment from Edward there. I don't know if you want to tell us, Edward.
Ted, ouais.
You're
okay.
Muted.
I'd just like to say that I've been in congregation for quite a long time now. I don't contribute a lot, but what I find exciting about it is how my pieces are utilized or combined with other pieces and worn in different ways, and that pieces are organic and that they can change over time. And also, when I hand a piece over, I relinquish what's done with it. It's like the color can change, or it can be altered in some way. And I find that really exciting. And because it's anonymous, you know that that's your work, but nobody else does. Even within congregation, and I find that really good as well.
Thanks, Ted. Thanks so much.
And I'm really heartened, especially at the moment with COVID, that it's viable and exciting and alive and growing, because so many things are being curtailed or held back, whereas this isn't.
Yes, we're stronger than that.
That's, yeah, super interesting. I think almost despite COVID, you've really, well, it's I think in a way it's pushed a lot of people to do things that they might not ordinarily have. We're gonna have to wrap up shortly, but there's a couple of questions, if we could just do them. Alessia is asking, how finished should the prototype be?
I think it's more about the design and the how would you say, the energy that we've got through the prototype, and then maybe we can refine together. So we're really open to anything at any stage. It just needs to be like a vision already, or something like the person being really enjoying making, and then together we can look at, because surely it's going to be as well another process when we're going to work with 50M for them to pick. They're going to pick with us what they think should go in a shop, and so that's something we can work before we show to 50M together.
Okay, so it's a kind of work in progress.
Yeah,
that you're after. And then Very Hard is asking how you motivate the community and keep it all together.
I think the main thing is like to don't force people if they're like busy with other projects, or if they came once to contribute and then they're not about that, they leave. So that's why we've like 55 now in the team. However, the active member is always the number of active members is always depending on everybody's agenda. As I said before, if people are not motivating, then they just pause, and they may come back one day, they may not, it's okay. I think the main thing is to don't force anything. When it becomes like something you have to do, it's not.
Yeah.
So that's, I think, keep us all going.
Great. We've got time just for these last two quick questions. Izzy is saying she's a photographer. Is the idea to send visuals of how I would shoot the designs?
Yeah, it sounds good. It can be, this or, image from previous work that you feel would be relevant.
So like a reference rather than a, okay. And then Anna says, are you open to accepting jewelry designers or only multidisciplinary designers? Oh, Ella's replying. Yes.
Yeah. Bag, shoes,
Yeah.
Okay. Brilliant. I think if anybody does have any more questions, they can follow up with you via email. Is that right, Marie?
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah. So info@congregationdesign.com. Okay, perfect.
And I want to ask Tamsin, I'm so sorry, if we can maybe watch this video again that Marie showed earlier.
Yes.
Yeah, it would be a nice way to finish. You're right, Masha.
Yeah, because it was very small. I would really like to.
I can share it big.
Okay, great. So let's just say bye and thank you to everybody before you do that. And we're looking forward to seeing you all again during Fashion Revolution Week, which is 19th to 25th of April. Keep a lookout on Fashion Open Studio website or on the Instagram for updates of what we're going to be doing. And hopefully we'll meet more of Congregation during that week. But thank you so much, everybody, for this amazing platform. Thank you, Marie. Thank you, Maria, for all your work, and Filippo. And yeah, it's been really inspiring.
Thank you, Tamsin.
Thank you. Show us the film again, but big.
Yes, it will be.
And Marie, just in case, put your email on the chat for everyone so they can follow up.
Ella did it.
Okay, perfect.
I think, yeah. And otherwise, it's on the platform.
Hi guys, that was brilliant.
Thank you.
We're going to watch the video again.
Bye, everybody. No.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I know why. It's the small one. Sorry about that. Okay. We go for the apologize. Keeping the suspense on. Yes. Last. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Bye, everybody.
Bye, everyone.
Thank you.
Bye. Thank you, Open Studio.
Bye. Thank you. Bye, everyone.
Bye.